All right, welcome to episode 21, or our bonus episode of the class mission story. So we finished all the class missions. Let's go ahead and start our timer here. And we did not make it to level 75. We made it to level 72, just a little bit into level 72 as we finished Corellia. This is trying to use all of the experience buffs that we can to see if we could go from level 0 to 75 just using the original starter missions and starter worlds. So we didn't make that. That being said, Ilum was kind of part of the original package, so we are going to include it. So while there isn't a class mission per se on Ilum, there still is a planet story arc that you go through. And so we're going to go ahead and include that and see how close we can get ourselves to 75 utilizing that particular story arc. So it is a bit of a bonus. So again, didn't quite make it. Now, that being said, we far out leveled what the original planets were designed to be. You were designed to get to level 50 by the time you finish Corellia. And like I said, we hit 72. So not so much even a shot on the game itself, but just what we were trying to do with it. Now, when we say we only did class missions, it was just class missions. We didn't do any planet story arcs. We didn't do any side missions. We didn't do any heroics or anything like that. We're going to do the same thing here. We are not going to do all of the side missions. We're just going to do the main story because that is kind of the spirit of what we were doing with our class missions. All right, let's see how this goes. Now, will we get 2 levels worth out of Ilum? I'm skeptical. I really don't think there is enough Ilum here to do that, but we will give it a shot. All right, so where does our experience bonuses come from? So it is a double experience event right now. So that is the first, we'll call it 200%. We are wearing a set of armor that gives us a 50% experience boost. We have a consumable that gives us 25% experience boost. We're in a guild that gives us 15%. And we also have a guild ship that gives us an additional 7%. I have also, although now they're less usable, we did the class mission and exploration experience in order to get 30% there. But unfortunately, those only apply to the class mission, so they won't apply anymore, although the exploration ones still will. So there's like 13,000 for the exploration bits. Now, Ilum does end with a flashpoint, and so we might try to simulate a little bit. We can turn on this flashpoint experience, and when we get to the flashpoint, we may do that just to kind of give us a bonus there, kind of like our class mission buff, and see if we can make the two comparable. Come back here, guy. There we go. So let's see how things go. So you'll notice we did get a bonus mission. We count the bonus missions if they are directly attached to the class missions as part of the experience. So we have been doing those as well. All right. So as we move forward, we did 2 different series. I went through first and all the same setup, same experience bonuses and different things like that, where we actually did everything on the planet. So we went ahead and did all the side quests, all the story quests, the planet story, heroics, everything like that. And we tracked to see how long it took us to get to level 75. From a spoiler standpoint, it was a lot less planets, which I think can be expected because you are generating a lot of experience by doing all of that stuff. I'm guessing we'll probably have plenty of enemies, but we'll go ahead and fight these guys. Okay, so while I haven't sat down at this point and analyzed all of the data yet, let's do some speculations on what could we have done different in order to actually get to 75 before we get to the end. The first thing is we just could have done more missions. We could have done the planet story arcs. They wouldn't have added a ton of time to the play. And they would have given us a lot more. And I think then we would have ended far ahead of Corellia. We could have fought more. You know, there's a lot of combat that I just skipped because my goal is to try to get to the end of the class missions as fast as possible. And so if we would have done more fighting and content that way, arguably we probably could have made it as well. And then we could do more than just the class missions. So this is kind of an extreme playthrough in that we are playing as if we're just in data collection mode. So most people aren't going to just play the class missions. But I was curious to see if it was even a possibility. And so I would say yes. Anything above level 50, doing just the class missions is absolutely doable. Because remember, there is a lot of content that came out after the original stories. So more than opportunity to be able to level in that content, if that's what you're looking for. Alright, that should end our bonus mission. That's good for 181,000. We like that. So here, you know, as I was doing this, when I can, like that fight, I'm gonna try to avoid. I did a lot of this. I would skip the fights just to try to finish the missions quicker. And so obviously I left a lot of experience on the table there. The other thing is once or twice when I was doing a mission, I actually ended a mission before I got the bonus done, stuff like that. So I left probably 200,000 or 300,000 XP on the table doing that as well. So that could have made a difference. So we will use Ilum to see if we can get ourselves there. Now, something else I want to do the calculations on. So I recorded the experience that I got at every stage. So every 15 minutes we tried to take a reading to see where we were at from a timing standpoint, but then also where we were at when we finished certain planets. So another strategy that I think would actually work would be, you know, maybe on the starter planet, instead of only doing the class mission there, because those planets are so tight and compact and you can get so much done quickly, potentially just doing all of the starter planet or all of the first two planets, because that jump start in experience you're going to get, not only the extra experience, but also you get you to higher level. And as you get higher level, the same missions tend to give you more experience. And so the combination of the two, I think if you even just did you know, your starter planet and your home world, if you did those completely through, there is a good chance that that would actually get you enough. All right, where did we went in here? So I think it's gonna be closer to run out of here than to go back to our base. So it might be I've got all the calculations and information. So when I sit down and do the analysis of how much XP we got, where it came from, I'm going to plug that in. Now, I don't really have the math to go along with how much XP you would get more. So I might just start with, okay, well, if I just added this much XP to level 72, would it be enough to level us? If we did both of the starter world and the home world. And if that's true, then it's a pretty easy conclusion to make. If that's not true, we can do some tests. So I did do a test where the very first class mission that you turn in on Ord Mantell is a trooper. In the double experience weekend, it got 2,300 experience for turning that mission in. Then I took another character and I ran around Ord Mantell. I didn't turn that mission in, and I just leveled that character up to level 10, and I turned that exact same mission in. And instead of getting 2,300 experience, I got like 10,000, 11,000, something like that. So you can definitely get more XP as you start to get higher in level, because I think it has some algorithm that scales it to how much XP you need. So again, if we spent some time on the starter planets, got to higher level there, I think that cumulative effect, not only just the extra XP you're getting there, but the fact that now as you're turning in all these different missions throughout the rest of the play, you're just going to be earning more XP through all of them. I have a feeling that would be more than enough. So the question is, what's quicker? Would it be quicker to just do the planet story missions as you're working your way through? Because usually they're in the same location, so you're doing the travel anyway. You just have to kind of go over to the other side and, collect something or shoot something. So that would probably be the quicker way of the two. But that's all speculation. I haven't sat down to figure all that out. I also think, and I might do this in the future when it's not a double XP event, that it might be possible to even, with just the XP boosts and bonuses and stuff like that, it might be possible to do this with doing the class missions and the planet missions without the double XP. Which means you could do that anytime. You wouldn't have to wait for the event. So once we get these up and running, we may do that experiment down the road. Try to do these as a one sitting so that everything is kind of managed as far as variables and stuff. And so, it's been some long playthrough days in order to collect all this information. Now, we weren't necessarily doing it to see how fast we could do it. But the other thing that I don't want to say has slowed me down, but has probably slowed me down a little bit, is I am collecting data. I am stopping to talk through certain things and a bunch of stuff like that. So if you were just playing and not trying to create videos and stuff along the way, I think you'd probably also be a little bit more efficient. So those are my on-the-fly conclusions without having to going through the footage, looking what actually happened in both playthroughs. Just from a gut reaction of playing through, that's what it feels like. All right, so this bonus mission is taking a little longer than I expected, but it's got some good stuff in it. So, all right, why do we have a little thing here? Is there something I'm missing? Destroy. Do I have to destroy something here? I bet. I don't know. Let's finish this up and then we'll look. No, that's probably back there. Oh, maybe it's one of these. I don't know. We'll look a little closer once this combat's over. Well, there's some more guys back there. Alright, any other rules that we put on ourselves? I think you've already noticed we are completely skipping the conversations. That's mostly just to get through this quicker. Conversations are great. They add a lot of context to the gameplay, but they do take a long time to get through. And so, conservatively, you might double the amount of time that you play. Now again, the point of this wasn't necessarily to see how fast we could do this, it was to see if it's possible. So in reality, the idea being, let's say you are a more casual player, and you've played through a couple of the planets before, and you just don't want to do all the side missions again, because you've already seen that content and you don't have a ton of time to play. I did want to find out, is it feasible? Is it feasible to skip all of those side missions but still level at a pace that will allow you to enjoy the game? And so for that, I think we have proven it. Even during a non-double double XP weekend, if you stacked all of the XP bonuses we're running, I think you would actually stay pretty much on pace. So if you're doing this in a non-XP weekend, double XP weekend, I think it's definitely doable. Just doing the class missions. Again, mix in the planet story missions, and absolutely. Even without double XP, I think that you could stay in the level pocket pretty easily. Alright. I got a conquest award. What do we still need? We need one more crate. I hope we didn't miss one. Oh, there's one right there. Those bonus XP missions are actually a good chunk of XP if you can get them. Let's see what this one gives us. Yeah, 163,000. Interesting enough, even these, champion level elites here, they can be really good for XP as well. So, like I said, that could be another. If I made that change all the way through, that every time I see an elite, I go ahead and kill it just to farm that XP, because it doesn't add a whole lot to your playthrough time. Let's see what this guy's going to give us. So that's 42,000, right? If you stacked that all the way through, I don't think there's anything down here we got to worry about, but that would make a huge difference, as you're fighting your way through all the different planets and stuff like that. So lots of little changes. But like I said, the point of doing this was to try to discover a lot of that and pass that information along. So once we get all this kind of put together, plan on doing a video to kind of walk through okay, here's what went well, here's what didn't go well, here's some conclusions. And so we'll try to draw some of those conclusions then as well. But I'm going to call it a success, even though we didn't get to 75, because I think it shows that there's a lot possible. Now you could also argue maybe you don't want to get to 75 at the end of the starter missions because you want to do some of the other content. Oh, we got to come down here. And that's fair. That would make you over leveled for the rest of the story. All right. That one I think we're going to travel to, so let's go ahead and come back here. Now let's go to the other one. It's closer to the speeder, I think. And we're going to take the public transportation because it does go faster than us. The downside is we don't get the exploration experience, but that's okay. This should be a short little hop. All right, so we are 73. Did that mostly through combat. So I think we gained about a level between fighting and doing the bonus missions. That's a pretty good rate. That's more than I expected. So from that standpoint, I'm feeling a little bit better that we have a shot at 75 just with Ilum. Okay, we are a little bit behind, so I didn't notice we had passed the 15-minute mark. We are level 73 with 58,109 experience. Back that off about 3 minutes. What would that put us at? Let's say 16, 13. Did we get any huge amounts of experience after that? Yeah, we got quite a bit. So let's call it here. And so just so I can do the calculation, we will take a look at all this experience that we gained, and we'll remove that from the calculation. So that's going to put us in the high 72s. There's where we reach 73. And so, yep, I think we can back off those little chunks of experience and get an accurate chunk right there. So, alright, sometimes I get into talking too much and forget to pay attention to the points. Okay, so this is phase 2. Let's see where it's going to send us. Alright, that is, again, one that we're going to have to speeder to on our jetpack. I don't think that's too far away. If I remember right, there is a path that goes up here. Actually, let's get our buff in. We follow this path. We'll cut across the field. There's some missions in that field. And then that should take us to the area. Let's see if I'm remembering right. I don't think so. Actually, I think I misremembered that. I think this is a slightly different place than what I remember. So let's cut through here. Alright, we're running. Hopefully we can get away from them. So this is another thing. During the playthrough, I did this. I wouldn't always stop to fight the groups, right? Like, we're far enough ahead of them that we're just going to outrun them. They're going to give up and go away, and we can continue on. So that's a lot of experience that I just left on the table there as well. So yeah, this isn't where I thought I was, so glad we checked the map. All right, hopefully the pattern continues of them giving us a lot of bonus XP. I don't see a bonus mission though, so maybe not. That's hurting us a little bit. They're stunning my healer, making my life... Okay, yep, Sith Apprentices, so that we can do. Alright, we'll just stun you. Play a little bit more correct than just face rolling our way into all of the enemies. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to watch out for... We want to get these... No, that's an Imperial Arms Master. Where's the Sith Apprentices? Oh, they're there. Okay, Sith Apprentices are the silver or the grays, so we will make sure we keep our eyes open for those guys. Alright. Not sure if Ilum's going to be a single episode or 2-episode fight. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, what do we got over there? There's a Sith Apprentice. Can we get to that? That'll make life a little easier. Any little help that you can do to kill stuff faster definitely is welcome. Alright, this is Apprentice number 3. We'll stay away from that. Now, if we do accidentally trigger the conversation, sometimes you can get in and go ahead and just escape out of it, and then it'll let you do it later. On occasion, it can trigger the mission to move forward, but I don't think it would ever end a mission for you. Because if you end the mission and don't finish your bonus, you can lose that bonus experience. I got another 183. Where did that go? Oh, that was just a stunned guy. Alright. Let's see what this guy has to say. Oh, this might be a fight. Yep, probably should have recharged my energy, but that'll be okay. I think we'll dig through these guys quick enough that it won't be a problem. And we can use our energy recovery, and that'll get us through these kind of fights pretty quickly. Oh, reinforcements. Where did those guys come from? That was the spawn over there. That's interesting. Alright, so I'm going to turn that on. The nice part about that is it's a reflection. Oh, I think we pulled the whole room. Alright, let's get the Lord killed there. Alright, that did not go as well as I had planned. Probably should have been a little bit more diligent. And I think I missed some of my defensive cooldowns. Yeah, I should have got those popped, and I thought I did, but... Alright, But as we were dying, we did jump in and kill the Lord, which means we finished the mission. But yeah, I think the guys that we left in the room, we pulled aggro on. That's interesting. That's an interesting mechanic. Can't say I remember seeing that before. Alright, so I think Sam is in the base. Alright, we didn't get near as far on that mission as we did on the last one, so that's not the best of signs for getting all the way through to 75 on Ilum. Although, like I said, it ends with a flashpoint. And that flashpoint has a lot of combat in it. And so I'm going to conservatively say there is a good chance that we could get to... If we get to 74, I think we could gain a level in that flashpoint. I think that's reasonable. Let's see what takes place. Okay, so that's good. 859,000. That's a big chunk. So that actually makes me feel like we could actually pull this off. So, all right, we're back to the main base. My apologies for my headphone warning popped up there. So batteries are getting a little bit low in the wireless headphones. But such things happen. So let's go ahead and see. I think this might be the flashpoint. So. Oh, no, the flashpoint's down here. All right, we have to go back upstairs. Probably should have used the other travel point, but I forgot that the cantina on Ilum was in the basement. All right. Well, at 800 a pop, there's a chance. There's a chance that if we do another mission or two before the flashpoint, we might hit 75 and not actually have to do that. We'll see. We got Malgus coming in. All right, where are we headed? All right, this is an actual mission, so let's head out and see what we can do here. We are what are we at? 1026. This doesn't look that involved, so we will see if we can get this one squeezed in before the end of this episode. We're not traveling too terribly far, and the mission itself, at least at its first level, doesn't look that involved. Now there's a chance that there's multi-parts to it. Oh, I think I remember this area. Has been a while since I've run the story missions on Ilum as well. Alright. Okay, we do have a bonus mission. To any forces. That shouldn't be too hard to complete. Okay, so what are we trying? I think we have to get to that. I don't remember. What's it say? Disable the central sensor tower. Okay, it's probably this thing here. Yep, okay, there's the tower. That shouldn't be too bad. We're definitely going to try to get this bonus mission done, though, to grab that XP. And we will also try to do it on... Try to get it on ones that won't take as long to kill. The turrets are strongs, so we'll see if we can grab a non-turret fight. Oh, pulled aggro on those guys. That was not on purpose, but we'll take it anyway. Alright, where's the next sensor tower? I think we can get to that tower without pulling aggro. Oh, this is a multi-stage one. This could be a huge experience. Okay. Let's go ahead and spend a little time doing this instead of the main mission, just to see what the next thing is. In general, if a bonus mission gives, let's say, 100,000, these multi-stage ones give like 400 or 500,000, so they're well worth doing if you're trying to level. And this could be enough to actually push us up and over the top. So now let's do this. Then we'll save the last one for when we finish the bonus mission. Alright, let's get one more group in here, and then we'll call this episode good and wrap up Ilum. And I'm optimistic the last episode. I think we are actually leveling faster than I expected, and this could actually be something we pull off. So we will call the first stage done. That gives us 183,000. We are level 73 with 1,659,773 towards level 74. So let's go ahead and stop our timer here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we will finish up in the next episode. See you there.